What really happened to Adolf Hitler? Opening scene. Ominous background music with archival footage of World War II destruction. Narrator. In the spring of 1945, Adolf Hitler's reign of terror came to a dramatic end, or did it? Official history tells us that Hitler died in his underground fear bunker in Berlin, but mysteries and conspiracy theories have kept his death shrouded in speculation for decades. So, what really happened to Adolf Hitler? Let's explore the possibilities. 1. The official account. Suicide in the bunker, transition to black and white images of the bunker and ruined Berlin. Narrator. The widely accepted account is that Adolf Hitler died on April 30, 1945, in his fear bunker as Soviet forces closed in on Berlin. According to witnesses, including his secretary Trottel Junge, Hitler and his wife, Eva Braun, committed suicide. Braun took cyanide, while Hitler shot himself in the head. Slow zoom on a photograph of the bunker remains. Narrator. Afterward, their bodies were allegedly burned by loyalists to prevent them from falling into Soviet hands. But questions remain. Why were no complete remains of Hitler found? And why did Soviet accounts of the events differ so drastically over the years? 2. Soviet cover-up or confusion? Dramatic reenactment of Soviet soldiers entering the bunker. Narrator. When Soviet forces entered the bunker, they claimed to have recovered charred remains, including a jawbone and dental bridges, which matched Hitler's dental records. However, Stalin himself doubted the story. Soviet propaganda fueled rumors that Hitler had escaped, perhaps to divert attention from the truth, or to sow mistrust among the Allies. Cut to declassified Soviet documents. Narrator. Years later, DNA tests conducted on the supposed Hitler skull fragment held by the Soviets revealed it belonged to a woman, not a man. Was this evidence of a Soviet cover-up, or just a misidentification? 3. The escape theories, switch to grainy footage of post-war South America and news clippings. Narrator. Escape theories have captivated imaginations for decades. Some suggest Hitler and Eva Braun fled Berlin before the city fell. The most popular theory posits that they escaped to Argentina. After all, many high-ranking Nazis did flee to South America after the war, including Adolf Eichmann and Joseph Mengele. Zoom in on declassified FBI documents. Narrator. In 2014, declassified FBI files revealed that the U.S. government investigated claims of Hitler sightings in Argentina during the late 1940s. Witnesses described a man matching Hitler's appearance living in Patagonia under heavy security. Fade to a lush, remote estate in the mountains. Narrator. One chilling account describes a sprawling estate where Nazi fugitives allegedly gathered. Could Hitler have lived out his days in hiding, protected by a network of loyalists? 4. The Antarctica theory, cut to a map showing Antarctica and Nazi-era documents. Narrator. Another, more fantastical theory suggests Hitler escaped to a secret Nazi base in Antarctica. It's no secret that Nazi Germany explored the continent during the war, possibly in search of resources or even as a fallback location. Some theorists claim Hitler used advanced Nazi technology, including experimental aircraft, to flee. Footage of UFO-like blueprints and frozen landscapes. Narrator. While there's no hard evidence supporting this theory, it has fueled countless books and documentaries, blending historical fact with science fiction. 5. Psychological and symbolic death, transition to historians and psychologists discussing Hitler's mindset. Narrator. Many historians argue that Hitler was mentally and physically a shell of his former self by 1945. Accounts from those who saw him in his final days describe a man consumed by paranoia, shaking uncontrollably, and resigned to defeat. His suicide, they argue, was the ultimate act of cowardice, an attempt to control his narrative in death. Cut to images of Nuremberg trials and post-war Germany. Narrator. But even if Hitler died in the bunker, his ideology didn't. Neo-Nazi movements and far-right extremism have kept his legacy alive in troubling ways. Perhaps the question isn't whether Hitler physically survived, but whether his ideas continue to haunt us. 6. Why the theories persist, montage of conspiracy theorists, books, and modern documentaries. Narrator. So why do these theories persist? The chaotic final days of the war, coupled with the lack of definitive evidence, created a vacuum filled by speculation. For some, the idea that Hitler could escape justice is too infuriating to accept. For others, it's a way to keep history alive, or profit from its mysteries. Conclusion. The truth is out there. Return to footage of Berlin today, with tourists visiting the fear bunker site. Narrator. Whether Hitler died in his bunker or managed to escape, one thing is certain: his story ended in failure. The empire he sought to build collapsed, and his name remains a symbol of evil. As historians continue to uncover new evidence, the truth may become clearer. Until then, the story of Adolf Hitler's fate will remain a dark and intriguing mystery. Fade out with text. What do you believe happened to Adolf Hitler? Comment below.